Hi everyone, I'm here at Michael's of the KW Bonsai Society and we're doing summer backyard tours and Michael's is the first. So let's go see the bonsai. Hi Michael, how are you?
Hi Nigel, good, how are you?
Thanks for having us all over.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We appreciate it and it's a fine day today. So
picked a good day, didn't we?
Yeah. Here is an overall view of Michael's backyard. He's got a nice pool. There's Michael waving to us. Hi Michael. And he's got bonsai surrounding the pool. He's got a lot of trees. So Michael's been in the club a long time. He's one of our senior members now. So let's go have a look at his trees. So here is Michael's studio setup. So this is where he evaluates the styling and the design of the tree. So it's a black background on a rotating table that he made himself. And it really shows the tree off nicely. I'll show you a close-up. So here is his collected thuja close-up. I told Michael it looks like a very spooky tree. Really awesome. Yeah, it really nice to see it with the black background. It looks like a photograph out of a magazine or something. We're going to start the tour with his tropical trees. So here's a Schefflera. 2 trees planted on a lava rock. That's looking really good. So it's recently being pruned and defoliated, so that'll come into leaf soon. Beside that is a 2 little leaf ficus, a clump style, and you can see all the branches and trunks coming out from the base and getting a nice form to the tree. And over here is a sort of the classical S-shaped ficus, beautiful roots on it, mature bark on the trunk. It's getting quite old. And beautiful shape. It's just looking lovely. And here's an accent plant. Looks like some kind of a succulent and it's in flower. It looks spectacular. That's cool. And here's Michael's big ficus. He's been working on this tree for a long time. I've seen it many times at shows. Looks spectacular. So it's a nice dome canopy. It's starting to get very wide, which is typical of a ficus, to be wider than they are tall. That umbrella kind of styling. And check out the roots on it. They're looking fantastic. Lots of aerial roots and interesting features on the trunk. Yeah, a grand old tree, this one. Really spectacular. Here's another smaller little leaf ficus. 2 little leaf. Nice pot. It's looking good. It's got the right shape and the styling on the way. And then he's got some Japanese maples here. All in progress trees, so all kinds of varieties. Styles, yeah. Everything. So, yeah, they're looking good. Yeah. Japanese maples are fantastic trees. There's Michael's slanting style Japanese maple. He's got some sacrifice branches growing on it. It's looking good. And here's Dave. Hi Dave.
Whose goofy little car is that out there?
Here is Michael's horse chestnut he's working on. It's looking really good. The leaves are nice and small. Beside that is a ginkgo forest. That's also looking really nice. Michael's trees look super healthy. Another group of ginkgos. Ginkgo bilobas. Beautiful leaves on them. And there's one as a clump style where all these trunks will fuse together. That'll look really good. There's a single one back there. Here's some Emmer maples, and this is growing in a clump style or a fusion style at the trunk, at the base. Small leaf linden here, and it has a beautiful structure, this tree. It's, yeah, future real nice bonsai. I mean, it looks nice now, but it'll just keep getting better. So more and more people are showing up.
It was just grown. The root ended here.
Wow.
And eventually it produced a bud.
That's so
and
cool.
then I thought, okay, let's just
Here you
do
go.
something with it. And so I wrapped it wrapped
That's
it around
really
this,
cool,
this
actually.
aquarium rock.
That's a dragon stone, I think, right? Something like that.
Aquarium.
An aquarium rock, yeah.
That is cool.
The day is coming to an end. Everyone is headed home now. So I can go back to filming Michael's trees. I only got through a small portion of them. So here we go. I think I left off on maybe the linden. So here is a field maple that Michael has grown in the ground for many years. And it is thickened up. It's got an incredible root base, and he's developing the upper canopy now, which is coming along really nicely. And here's some apple trees that he's fusing together, creating kind of a broom style. It's looking good. There's a little geranium back here that's about to flower. It's getting quite a woody trunk on it. It's looking nice. And then he's got a wisteria here. This is, what was this one, Michael? Trumpet flower, this one. Trumpet vine, yeah, trumpet vine, which is really thick and woody and nice small leaves, because I've seen these trumpet vines with huge leaves. And then the wisteria beside it here, coming along nicely. I think more apple trees, potentilla, and field maples under development. So all looking very good, and a Japanese maple back here also. Wow. So let's head to the side bench here now. So we've got a boxwood. Looking nice. Good canopy on it. Beside the boxwood, these are... What are these ones, Michael?
Osage orange.
Oh, the Osage orange, okay. I must have given those to you.
No,
No?
but at the same time we collected the fruit. I collected my fruit in at Gulf Arboretum,
Okay.
and roughly the same time somebody sent them to you.
Right, okay, right.
Yeah.
So different batch, but similar time frame.
Same time frame.
Wow, so they're looking really good. They're the one is, well, actually two of them are a little thicker than mine, but not a whole lot. But very similar.
Yeah.
They're nice little trees, aren't they? They're
Yeah, not too much work.
small leaves. No, small leaves. Excellent. And beside that is a Arctic birch. And this one's looking awesome. He's done an excellent job pruning it. It's just, yeah, beautiful structure to it. Miniature leaves. Couldn't ask for more. It's just looking excellent. Besides that is a spruce. Twin kind of trunk here. Looking nice. Beside the spruce is this awesome tree with lots of deadwood on the trunk. Live veins going to a nice canopy. It's looking really good. A strawberry accent plant down here. And beside that is a hibiscus. And Michael was saying that he almost lost it, that almost all the roots died, but now it's growing with a ton of vigor, and you can see it's starting to flower. Gets these kind of light orange flowers on it. And a very fancy leaf shape. Yeah, it's looking really, really good now. And he's got a pomegranate beside that that's all in flower. Looking nice. It's in one of these mesh baskets. Growing. Looking good. And he's got a couple of larches. I think this is a Japanese larch. And then a native larch over on this side. And there's another larch here that's really looking good. Lots of good branches on it. Yeah, very nice. I'm gonna guess this is an apple. I'm gonna guess. And this is a birch tree. No, this is a mulberry. Mulberry. That's what it is. The leaves are similar to a birch. But yeah, kind of a hollow trunk. Looking good. Looking really healthy. And then a Japanese maple that he said dried out the one time, and he's hoping it recovers, and I think it will. Here is a large spruce. I think it's an Alberta spruce that Michael has done a lot of work on, and it's really showing. It's looking really good, and it's growing over top of a lava stone. Yeah, it's a really nice old mature looking tree. Here's one of Michael's thujas, and this was from one of our club collection trips where we get permission to collect in the springtime. And you can see it's gone from a collected tree to quite a refined bonsai. It's looking really good. Up here we have Michael's famous grouping of Alberta spruce, very, very mature trees in a large pot, and it's just looking magnificent. It's, large trees are a pain in the neck when you have to move them, but they sure are impressive when you see them in real life. It's just something about the size that it's just impressive. Down here we have a Natal Ficus. Looking really good. It's got a beautiful structure to it. It's just, yeah, really, really nice. Behind the Natal Ficus is a ficus growing on top of driftwood. So it's kind of root over wood. Interesting project. I think it'll look good. And there's another ficus back here, a Benjamina. And that's getting a really nice base to it. Yeah, it's coming along really nice, that one. There's a Podocarpus Buddhist pine. And this was grown from a seed, which is amazing. It's looking really, really nice. Like that. And that was grown from seeds. They used to have these at Fairview Mall. And Michael got seeds off of it and planted it, and this is one of the survivors. It's looking cool. Here's another Natal Ficus, and it's looking awesome. It's got a great structure to it, great shape. Looking nice. Here's a Natal Ficus root over stone. We saw that earlier. And here's a Ficus Benjamina, the two little leaf one. Looking nice, nice structure to it. And here is a bougainvillea in flower. Check out those flowers, they're looking good. Yeah, and I think this is a sort of a tanuki, isn't it?
It's growing on a U trunk.
On a U trunk, okay. Yeah. Looking nice, yeah. That's awesome. Because these are a vine and they need support to climb. Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's a good way to create a cool bonsai. There's another Natal Ficus back here. This one has small leaves. Is that a Burt Davy or?
No.
Davy, I know. It's just a regular Natal.
Just a regular Natal.
Leaves are small, eh?
That's the one without any work.
Okay. And that's what happens if you actually...
Like what happens if you cut the big leaves off.
Okay. Wow. Nice. And a Ficus Benjamina here. If we can zip in here. Looking nice. And a citrus tree of some sort here.
Lemon?
Lemon tree. Wow, that's getting old.
Yep.
Is that from a seed or?
From a seed.
From a seed, wow. It's looking nice.
No, it's not.
Well, it's got the basic structure there though.
It's not back budding.
Well, it will.
Leaves
You wait.
dying.
They go through periods like that where they're...
Where they sulk.
Yeah.
I cut all of the roots off and put them on a CD.
Okay.
And so it needs to gather strength.
Yeah, get a root base. Yeah.
Maybe in 5 years.
I find all my citrus trees, they put a growth spurt on, and then when they're good and ready, they'll put another growth spurt, and it can go like a year between growth spurts.
I think that's where we are at.
Or more. Yeah.
And then selectively too, so
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
bit of a pain, that tree.
Yeah, I think they need a lot of feeding and a lot of good roots before they start growing with vigor. And here's Michael's Scheffleras. This is really awesome, a 5-tree planting. All the trees have fantastic dancing kind of movement to them. It's a really, really good composition. I really like this. Yeah, really nicely done. And here's a willow leaf ficus. It's just starting to grow. You can see the buds all over the branches. So it's going to explode soon. Mine was like this, and then in a matter of a few weeks it just filled out so you can't even see through the canopy. They just, when they grow, they grow. It's just amazing. And here is a buckthorn here. Collected tree. Looking awesome. You can see down here the kind of the black bark starting to form on it. Yeah. Unless, I think it's the same variety as what I have. It could be a different kind of buckthorn, but I think it's the same. And then he's got a whole bunch of stuff in the works here. Tropicals, Scheffleras, there's a Natal plum, some little leaf ficus, some Natal ficus, bit of everything in this box. And then he's got an asparagus fern, and this was started by Matt. And I remember Matt showing it to me, and then he gave it to Michael. So here's the asparagus fern. And mine started out really small. It was in a tiny pot. And, you know, 20, 30 years later, it's this massive thing. So Michael's busy watering all his trees after the guests have left. So this is a London plane tree. And Michael, all my ones Michael gave to me. And where did you get these? These were...
There's a tree at Hamilton at McMaster University.
Okay.
And I picked up a seed pod.
Okay.
And there are hundreds of seeds per pod.
Yeah, they're like...
Tiny little things.
Yeah, it's like a round ball with all these seeds.
Exactly. And that's one of them.
Wow. So how old is this one, Michael?
3 years.
3 years old. And check out the size of the trunk on it. So this is 3 years in a large pot, which is amazing. So the plan is to grow this, fatten up the trunk, cut it back, grow it again, cut it back, grow it again. And eventually it'll be a really awesome bonsai. Here is one of Michael's tiger bark ficus. Getting quite old now. You can see how old it is by the trunk. It's getting mature bark on it. It's getting that silvery kind of look. And he's planted beside a stone that he made, and it's developing a beautiful canopy on it. Just wonderful. Yeah, it's looking really nice and mature. Over here beside the pool is a succulent bench. There's a Cascade Natal plum here, and it was just getting a flower bud somewhere. Right here, getting a flower bud on it. So they have the most beautiful scent in the world. And then he's got his Portulacaria afris here, and there's such a variety. They're just wonderful trees. Some in small pots, some in medium pots. There's forests, single trees. Yeah, quite a collection of them. Here's a jade. Smooth trunks turning silvery. And I think we should go around the other side here. Yeah, here's a little grove planted on a slab. It looks really nice. Yeah, I like that. And here's a jade forest. Wow, that's nice. Another Portulacaria afra, and behind that an old jade. It's getting very silver bark, and then it's turning rough, which indicates it's getting very old. And here is Michael's giant willow that's very thirsty. It drinks a lot of water each day. And Michael has a technique he uses on the willows, right?
To bend the willows.
To bend the willows, to get them to weep.
To weep. You take the branch.
Take the branch.
And just bend it.
Just kind of injure it a bit, right?
Injure it a bit in a nice, pleasing shape.
Yeah.
And that apparently that technique comes from David Easterbrook.
Okay. That you just kind of...
That I read someplace.
And then they heal in that position?
They heal in that position.
And then you're set. And you have one over here, right?
One over there on the other side of
Let's
the big
show the big one. Yeah, right here.
Well, I've done this more.
So this was totally trained using that technique. And it looks awesome. You can see all the branches are weeping. No wire marks like normally, you know, Well, this one has a bit of wire marks, but
The big branches were wired.
okay.
Okay, because I didn't learn about this
The technique, yeah.
until this year. So it's all this year's
So all the
branches,
new growth is
all
weeping.
the new growth.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a good technique because, yeah, it's nice to not have the wire marks, isn't it, if you can
Yeah.
avoid it, but really good. It looks good. Here are some more of Michael's London plane trees in a forest planting. And yeah, you can see how vigorous they are. And he's planted them, and he said it's almost impossible to separate them, that the roots have grown so much that they're basically in position. So he can't really do much about changing them. Yeah, it would be very difficult. So yeah, it's looking good. And you can see it's sitting in a tray of water because these trees can be very thirsty. But they look really healthy. Wow. Yeah, nice to see. And there is a... What is this? There's a tree here, and he told me what it was, but I don't think it's honeysuckle. It could be honey. Is this honeysuckle, Michael?
It's a honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. Okay, I got it right. Honeysuckle looking really cool. So look at that. Wow.
Got that from George.
Okay.
George Manor.
Okay, George Banner, yeah. Who's passed away now, but his trees are still in the club, which is good. And here is a pussy willow. And this looks really nice. Like, it's got a fantastic canopy on it. The trunk is thickened up. It's got a good branch structure. Yeah, amazing that, you know, you can develop a pussy willow into a nice bonsai. It looks like maybe hostas is an accent plant here. And then we've got an apple tree here. Big, thick base on it. Exposed roots. And Michael said it gets, I think, red flowers on it. Beside that is... Oh dear. What is this? Is that another...
That's another one, yeah.
Another...
Sycamore.
Sycamore, okay. Okay. It says right there. I should be able to read. Yeah, another sycamore. And then
Crabapple.
a crabapple. Really nice, looking good, getting a really good branch structure. And a lilac. I remember that. Nice crown on it. Some deadwood at the base here. It's looking really good. Down here we've got all kinds of bonsai in the works. There's a Kentucky coffee tree, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some maples. I'm not sure what this is.
Cornus mass.
Okay. Wow.
Dogwood.
Dogwood. Yeah. And bougainvillea. That's the pink pixie variety, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Some asparagus ferns. Some of these tiny leaves elms. Which, did we ever find out what kind of they are? Are they? I don't think they're Seiju elms, but they're like a miniature Chinese elm.
Hong brought them in, right?
Yeah, they're all from Hong, and yeah, and they're kind of tropical. I don't think they can take the cold.
Like I treat them as tropicals, and I've got the big variety
Okay.
of elm.
The regular leaf size
regular
one,
leaf size, and
which
keep
are
those
a
as,
little more hardy, aren't they?
So I
Yeah.
treat them as hardy.
And this is a vine. This is a looks like Boston ivy, I think, which is
No.
no.
The Boston.
Oh, it's variegated. I think maybe a native grapevine or something.
That makes sense.
You can see all the different variations in the leaves. Yeah, I think it's a native grapevine.
Grapevine. Because
Yeah.
you want to turn it.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Take the hook out.
Okay. Oh wow, look at that. That's hard to believe. Look at the size of that. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. Here is another one of Michael's benches, and here is the collected cedar, or eastern white cedar, or Thuja occidentalis. It's in a video that Hong, Michael, and I were on and Dave, yeah. We're on a collection trip, and yeah, we found this tree, and it was just growing there, and no one thought it would be collectible, and Michael collected it, and it turned into a fantastic tree. And it was quite tall originally. Yeah, so yeah, really cool. Here's Michael's Emmer Maple Forest, and it is just absolutely stunning.
Yes.
I think this is Michael's Zelkova Forest. And there's a root over rock in the composition, which is really cool, because you see that a lot in forests. Yeah, nice. It's about ready for a pruning. It's getting pretty long, but beautiful leaves on them. They're just nicely serrated. Here's one of Michael's native red maples, clump style. Here's Michael's Portulacaria afroforest. So really nice, so kind of taller trees than my forest. Mine are stumpy to look like baobabs. And this is more of kind of a traditional tree form. It looks really, really good. You can see all the subtle movement in the trees, the nice bark developing, really awesome branch structure. Yeah, just needs an elephant in here, Michael, and it would be just perfect. Down below we have all Michael's miniatures. So they're in a bed of bonsai soil that he keeps watered. Portulacaria afra, some oaks, native oaks, English oaks, yeah. Ivy, the English ivy. And a mystery tree here, which we don't know what it is. And hollies, miniature hollies, I think. Yeah, so lots of cool little trees growing in there. And then there's another hawthorn here. Sort of a twin trunk, getting some really nice bark on it. Hawthorns get awesome bark. And looking good, it's looking really nice. And a red maple. Looking good, getting a good branch structure. Developing nicely. And his second horse chestnut. More of a traditional style, an upright style with this one. Looking good. And these leaves sure miniaturize down. You can get a really nice horse chestnut bonsai. There's a Blowy juniper, I think. Blowy. Yeah, and this has the thinnest live vein I've ever seen on a tree in my life. And it's right down here. It's like, I would say it's about 3 millimeters thick, and it's sustaining all this growth on the top of the tree. It's just amazing. And then Michael's got a slanted style larch here, and you can see how old this is by the rough bark. It is really an old tree. It's just amazing. There's some dead wood on top here, and it's looks like more apple trees, crab apples maybe, another red maple, and an ivy, English ivy. And this is a fusion, so you can see the trunks in there. It's going to create quite a tree. Looking good. Here is Michael's Eastern White Cedar, and it's just fantastic. Now you would never guess this is a tanuki, right? Because it looks so natural. It's really well done. Like, it's just awesome. You can see, even if you know it's a tanuki, it just blends in beautifully. So really amazing. Like, yeah. And you know, bonsai is all about the art of composition, and this is just an amazing composition. It looks fantastic. Down here is his trident maple. So he fattened it up by growing the top, and you can see what the base looks like. It's really developed nice. Growing up tall, and then he's air layering the top off and developing it from what's remaining here. So yeah, quite a project. He'll get 2 trees out of that. Here is a twin trunk thuja, and this is an ancient tree. Look at the bark on it. So it's thick and like strips. Just amazing. Yeah, very tall, elegant trees. And there's some little seedlings down here. Thuja seedlings. Future forest. There's another thuja here. So this one, the main trunk is deadwood, and then he's developed this, I guess it was a branch into the actual tree. So yeah, really, really nice. And then on this bench, he's got all these pines in development. Scots pines, white pines, black pines, Austrian pines, a whole variety, and he's trying out, you know, all kinds of different techniques on them. But most of them have like a central leader that's going to grow tall, and a sacrifice leader that'll be cut off, and then they'll be developed as smaller trees. So he'll develop all these lower branches. Yeah, so he's got lots of pines in the works, and they're all future bonsai. Here's an apple tree Michael's got in development, a collected one. It's looking really good. I like the structure on it. This is my kind of tree with the straight trunks. Very natural looking. So thanks, Michael, for having me over today. It was wonderful. We've got a great crowd here. It was nice talking bonsai with everyone. So
Yes, it was. Glad you guys could make it.
yeah, so we'll see you when we see you.
Absolutely. Bye.